Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh vacuums various vases. Interesting. That's a good one. Okay. Do you have these or not yet?
I can put medicine on this.
Yes.
My dad's looking for my medicine because my mom only keeps track.
Okay.
Because my mom has to take care of my sister because she's in crutches because she pulled her hamstring.
Oh, okay.
And I have medicine because of coughing, sneezing, and and my teeth.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever you find it, you can either message me or just come on mute and let me know they found it, so you can go take it. I see most of y'all have it.
So if I had a nickel for every letter that we have written this year,
You have a lot of nickels, that's for sure.
yeah, like $20 of nickels.
A lot of nickels, that's for sure. Next you're gonna need your reading journal. Is Emma on here? I was gonna say Emma.
I think she is.
Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, she is. Monday we take all these notes, right, Emma? Monday is note-taking day. I know that. Okay. Let me see. Lucente chat. You need your reading journal.
I thought it was Monday. I thought it was Monday through Wednesday.
Oh, I guess it could be Monday through Wednesday. Well,
isn't Thursday and Friday like test taking?
Test taking, yeah, Thursday, probably Fridays. Monday, maybe Monday and Tuesday, because Tuesday we have that extra planning. I'm gonna move it.
So technically just Monday and Wednesday for this week?
Probably like Monday and Tuesday of every week for the most part. And then Wednesday we kind of start doing things. All right, I need you to make a chart like mine. Oops, let me make it focus. Hold on, let me let it focus. So Latin roots, last week or 2 weeks ago, we had Greek roots. You are asking, well, what does terrain mean? Mariah kind of had answered it. And did you forget your password, your username? I don't know. You want to go check to see? You sure you entered it right? Try it again. I don't have it. Oh, sorry. What you have to do, it's like your probably at the top. 2.3 progress checkup is what it said. Was it towards the top or was it towards the bottom? Bottom. So I'll start writing this chart down. We'll go over them in a second towards those. Oh, nope, not 2.2. Keep going. Oh, further down. A little bit further. Next module, I think. Oh, right there. You find it? Then maybe I'll just need to do math? Yeah, go to your Euphoria then. See, I'll do it on Friday, or that Friday, maybe with the sub? I don't know. You know how to sub those, what, 2 days, Danielle? I think Thursday and Friday? Yes. Yeah, go to your Euphoria and do your, probably just need to do your math. Because she probably didn't open math for y'all to take something. Oh, sorry. For student online testing. Okay. So earlier Mariah said, what is terrain? Is it like land? And you did it? Do you have it written down in the classroom over there? Go check. See if you have it written down.
Which book do we do this in?
Reading in your reading journal. We'll go over these in a second. Let me make sure they have it. Y'all found the right one? Did I find that?
Yes.
Is Miss Warren not opened it yet, I'm guessing? I'll call Yeah, probably, yeah.
We just got done with the spelling, right?
Yes, we just got done with spelling.
Wait, miss, we just got done. So now we're doing this, right?
Yes, we're writing this down in our reading journal.
Is it?
Did you open the math already? Because they're trying to bubble it in.
No, not the math. I told them to get started with the reading first.
They had already done the reading. I saw it.
They did?
Yeah, I don't know when they did it, but yeah, they did it.
Well, that was
I haven't seen it last week.
It isn't so this one.
Go back. Hold on. Go back to your reading again. Let me see. Yeah, because I looked at it. Hold on. Weird.
2.4, right?
Yes, 2.4.
And it didn't show that.
Hold on. It says it show that.
Yeah, actually, I haven't published it right now.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Bye.
Now,
Mhm.
There we go.
2.4. Did we do 2.3? Maybe that's more.
Here we go.
2.4.
Here we go. Now it shows up.
2.4.
Now it shows up.
Then try to get the very, very. There you go. Did you get it? There you go.
So now it shows up.
That's what. That should be it. The right one? Yes. Steeped. Make sure you. I don't know if you have to capitalize this. Okay. So, terrain, like Mariah says, means land. Like ter means land. So territory is going to be like a land or an area, a space. You have rupt, means to break or explode. I think of eruption like a volcano. It breaks through, right? It breaks through that little, I guess, I don't even know how you would say, crust or something, and then it erupts.
Or sometimes in animations, they would make the head explode
So erupt,
Like-
right?
like a volcano.
Yeah. Tract means to drag or pull. So like attract. Things are pulled together like magnets, or they come together, right? They're attracted to each other.
Attract in a tractor, but that's not really drag or pull.
Well, I mean, it could be, Anella. Like if you think about a tractor, what they do to the land, don't they like when they're cultivating the land, like the dirt, aren't they pulling up like the dirt, or they're maybe they drag things with the tractor? Like when they're cutting, I don't know how they do cotton and stuff, but they're dragging something behind the tractor, right? And they're pulling to like cut the corn or pick up the corn or stuff like that. So they do drag or pull. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see, you got aqua, like water, like aquamarine, something in the water. Anella, you have a question?
How many roots for languages is there? Because I know Latin's a language, but I don't really know if Greek's a language. It might be, but I don't really know.
I'm not sure. Hold on.
Like what? Why is it Latin? Because are the abbreviations like thought of, like were made up from words that are Latin?
Oh, it's right here. Right? Yeah. It just looks like an L because it like came off. You can put the keyboard on. Yes. Oh, you can pull it down if you want to. What else is there? Is that it? Or to say, so like dictation sentences, I would say them and then you would write them. So like a dictionary, it's got a bunch of words in there that you say, right? Thumbs up if you've got this copy down. This is important because assuming it's going to be part of your test this week. Hopefully your test is in here. Oh, look, there's more. No, there's not. Out of my mind. No way. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe that. It doesn't look like they put your reading test in here again this week. Ugh, that's not cool. That's not cool. Thumbs up when you've got this down so I can move on to what we're going to talk about for reading this week. Probably going to ask you the roots. You've got to be kidding me. Unit 2, they didn't do any of unit. That's really annoying, guys. Huh. Okay. Got it. Ready to move on? I see Daniel says yes. What about the rest of y'all? RJ, Vida, you have?
I'm on Aqua.
Okay. Can y'all think of any other words maybe that have these roots in them? I could write them down here. Oh wait. Who can give me one with aqua in it? You can probably give me one with aqua. What is one y'all can think of with the Latin root aqua in it? What's a word that has aqua in it? I know somebody knows.
I don't know why I just like whenever I hear Aqua, I always think of like Aquafina.
Oh, but what is it?
Water.
It's water, yeah. So that's a name. It's water. What's another one?
Aquaman.
Aquaman. So he probably lives where? I'm just gonna put these down here. Y'all don't have to write these. Aqua.
Aqua lives in the water.
So he lives in the water, right? Because aqua means water. What else? I can't think of any more with aqua. What about
The color. The color.
does it look like water? I don't know. Does it look like water?
Yeah, it's like some kind of. It's more greener than blue. Actually, it's kind of more blue than green, but it's like, I don't know. It's like a really bright blue. It's like if you put a sky blue and you mix it up with a little bit of green.
Oh, okay.
So like a turquoise.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so what about blue, the color of the ocean? Like dark blue.
Anything else? Well, earlier Nello said tractor. That was another one. He said tractor. That was
Like the color aqua, I think it's like the color of this shirt, but just because this camera's colorblind,
probably.
this is actually green.
You can't tell, but it looks more like turquoise. Like that's weird. It looks super blue to y'all, but like to me, it's like a turquoise color. I don't know. Y'all can see it. If it looks different. Natalie, did you finish?
Yes.
Everybody else finished? Not yet, Charlie? Okay. Think of some words. Y'all get it or y'all waiting on math now? Probably. Y'all didn't have to do spelling, did y'all?
Predict, I think it dictation.
Oh yeah, predict. Predict. Yeah, predict. That's got a prefix too, pre. Yeah, like predict.
What about dictation?
Oh yeah, dictation.
Wait, how about terrain?
But there is one.
Oh wait, that's one of the spelling words.
Which one?
Terrain.
Oh yeah, terrain. Yeah, it means land, like Mariah said earlier.
Tractor.
Tractor. We got tractor.
Oh.
I think it's tractor. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else. The rest of y'all have this? Charlie, or not yet?
I have done.
Okay. Ozzy, you have it down? Let's see.
In our spelling words, we don't have attraction.
Oh yeah, attraction. Are you looking ahead? Or is that tomorrow? Maybe that's tomorrow's word. Could be tomorrow's word. Okay. So, what do y'all know about informational texts? I think we've gone over informational text already before.
It tells you
It is-
a lot of information.
Information, yes. And is that information true or is it false?
True.
Well, information is most likely going to be true.
True. So it's something that we could go research and probably find facts about, right? It's usually true.
Please get a little down because I can't see the other word.
Oh, okay. You don't have to write those words down though. We were just thinking of some words while they finished up.
It's like saying my name's Natalie and my name is Natalie, and that's true. It's not like saying my name's Smiles or something like that.
So it's probably giving us information. So what do you think the author's purpose of writing an informational text is? Is it to persuade us, inform us, or entertain us? That's probably
Inform.
to inform us. This week we're reading a story about an echidna, I think is how you say it. I'm trying to think, what was last week's story? Last week's story or the word butterfly eyes, right? That was last week's.
Butterfly eyes, not just.
What was that about? I forgot. That was poetry, wasn't it? I forgot what that one was about. What was I completely forgot. I'm like, yeah, I forgot.
Where's that?
Should tell them.
Butterfly. That's right. Oh no, that was the poetry one. Yeah, that one was not fun. That was not fun.
I didn't like it. I only liked the first two. Those are my favorite poems in the first
This week,
two.
the weird and wonderful. I think it's 2 stories, isn't it?
No, it's not fun.
Frost.
You got everybody else that has theirs on too.
The weird and wonderful Enchetta.
Echidna is how you say it. Echidna. For y'all that don't know what an echidna is, anyways, well, we're talking about informational text. That's an echidna.
It looks like a hedgehog.
Hedgehog, or what else does it look like? Maybe
Porcupine, I don't like that.
porcupine, probably, right? I don't know what.
Yeah, it looks like a hedgehog.
And it kills you.
What?
Those kill you.
Wait, isn't a hedgehog and a porcupine the same thing?
They do.
They're different. Hedgehogs are like a lot smaller than porcupines. Porcupines are pretty good size.
The nose looks like some kind of birch wood, and the top of it looks like dirt a little bit.
I thought they were the same.
Echidnas. Let me see. So if we're reading an informational text, we're probably going to learn about what in this story? Whatever this animal.
Some true stuff about them.
About what? Oh, whoa! Let me.
Echidna.
Echidna. Yeah. Wait, I just found this cool little thing on.
About
Hold on. Since we're talking about it, before we go write our anchor chart. Hold on. I just found this cool. It looks like you could do like a VR or something. Hold on. Echidna. And we're talking about platypuses. Y'all know what platypuses are, right? They're mammals, aren't they? Yes. They're mammals, even though they don't look like echidnas.
These echidnas, they look kind of weird. Like they kind of look like they have human toes a little bit. Well, the long-billed one.
About it. No, where is it at? I googled it on my phone. Hold on, let me see. It says the creature feature. Hold on, echidna. Oh, right here. Maybe it has the VR thing. View in 3D. Oh man, they're interesting. They don't look very big.
It says they're all the way in Australia. Well, like not inside, but like on an island on top.
They're small solitary mammals in Australia, Tanzania, and New Guinea. Oh, so they're tiny, only 12 to 17 inches and weigh 4 to 10 pounds. So I guess they're a little bit bigger than a hedgehog, but smaller than a porcupine. They look kind of big there. I just had this little VR thing. They're mammals.
That one looked. This one kind of looks like some kind of duck bird, except it's mixed up with some kind of hedgehog.
Why do you think it has like a pointy snout like that? Like the nose. Why do you think it has that pointy snout?
It looks like it's some kind of underground. It looks like it's some kind of like underground animal. A little bit. So maybe it uses it to dig.
So use it to
I
dig.
think
Say something, or Mariah? One of you.
I think with his like thing long little nose, I think he can sense predators.
You can sense predators. Maybe it's an adaptation. It's had over. Let's see.
Maybe it helps him eat.
Could be. I don't know. They're interesting. It says modified. I had this little VR thing it said on here. Hold on.
I'm looking inside the story, and one of the spelling words is it's burrow, which is
Burrow?
kind of makes me think, oh, its tongue is like some kind of it's like an anteater.
Yeah, we'll see. Hello? Oh, goodness. You're lucky I like you. All right.
All right, let's go.
We're
Don't
watching
trip.
videos.
You're leaving
Hold on.
after, and we gotta get going. Yeah, buddy.
I'm interested. Math is open, he
Do you
said.
get the extra
Check math.
napkins?
Get it at McDonald's when you buy one of your faves and get another.
Oh, those
for
look
just $1.
scrumptious. Well, I had seen that one. And does yours pop up the VR? Mine had a VR. Let's see. We're talking about echidnas. We'll discuss it right now, I guess, before we go into
I remember I did one of those videos and it was VR.
This walking, sniffing ball of spines is an echidna.
Oh, sorry.
It's a mother on a mission.
Oh, so like Manella said, like burrowing, that's one of our vocabulary words which we'll write down. It was doing that just right here. Probably to get bugs.
Mother on a mission. She's hunting for ants and termites.
Oh, so it's kind of like an anteater. Because anteaters have that long snout too, don't they?
To find them underground,
Yeah, but it's like a large, it's like I
It's a lot bigger, yeah. That's why she has that long nose.
uses her strong sense of smell and another weirder sense.
So like Mariah said, she probably uses it, I think it was Mariah that said to find food. Yeah.
Why is it world weird? Why is it world's
Miss
weirdest? I don't get that.
What, Anella?
I think
Why is the title world's weirdest? It doesn't make
It's
sense.
like a weird
It's not really.
It's not something you run into all the time in your backyard, that's for sure. Mariah, go ahead.
it misses. I think
It's like a hedgehog mixed with a anteater and then mixed with a small tiny animal.
Like a porcupine, yeah. It's like all three. Let's see.
Are sensitive to the electromagnetic signals emitted by all living things.
Oh.
It's a sense usually found in sharks and rays. But the echidna may be the only land mammal that has the ability to search for food this way. She's uncovered a couple.
So it's unique, which is another one of our vocabulary words. In the sense that it has the ability to detect electromagnetic waves, or right? Is that what it said? Like sharks.
Colony of ants and uses her long sticky
Ew.
tongue to slurp them up. She needs the nutrition. She's already given birth to an egg. Echidnas, along with their cousin, the platypus, are
Oh, so we're talking about echidnas and platypuses this week, and they're cousins. Oh, they are cousins? I have no clue. But that means they're related somehow.
Speaking of cousins, haven't seen my cousins in like 2 years.
That's interesting.
Are
They
the
related.
mammals
Maybe they're like the same species or something. They took something wrong. But where do they live?
This
Where
might
do
be.
platypuses live?
I don't know. Good question. I'll hopefully find out.
Because like, what if they live in the same place where they are? Well, that would make
I think
sense.
it just told us why they might be related. Listen closely.
along with their cousin,
Right here.
the platypus, are the only egg-laying mammals in the world.
So what do they have in common? How are they similar, the platypus and the echidna? You'll probably read about. I'm guessing you read both of these stories.
They both lay eggs.
They both lay eggs and they're mammals, which is like us, we don't normally lay eggs. What do we have like actual living beings? Or like dogs, they have like living human beings. We don't come from an egg, do we? We don't hatch out of an egg. I hope y'all don't think we hatch out of an egg. That would be interesting.
The egg incubates in a simple pouch under her belly. Inside, a baby echidna called a puggle develops. After about 10 days, the egg hatches. The puggle stays inside the pouch, nursing from its mother's milk and packing on the ounces. 2 months later, the puggle starts to grow spines. That's its mother's cue to move it to a burrow, where she'll continue to take care of it for 7 more months.
Wow.
All that effort means a lot of food. So her mission remains the same: find more to eat.
That was interesting. Oh, so we've kind of discussed what we're going to be talking about this week. Let's go back to informational text. So we know it's going to give us information about what this week? Whew. It's going to be an interesting story. What animal are we talking about this week? The echidna and the what else?
Platypus.
Platypus. All right, let's write our anchor chart down. I kept it simple. Yes, you had something to say about.
No.
Also known as the spiny anteater, they're small solitary animals native to Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand. They're usually between 12 and 17 inches long and weigh about 4 and 10 pounds.
So it has a beak like a bird, a pouch like a kangaroo, lays eggs like a reptile, and then spines like a porcupine. So it's like a lot of animals in one, isn't it? All right, back to our reading journal. Informational text. We said it's going to give us information about a certain thing, and it's probably going to be true. Informational text. This is our little anchor chart. Let's go over this first little box here. So real information and facts, what we've kind of already talked about. You're writing this down in your journal. Real information. So nonfiction books, newspapers, blogs, posters, menus, brochures, and flyers. They all give us information about something. I wish I had flyers. Okay. Finished? I was thinking of newspaper. I just had a newspaper article here. Our newspaper. I just had a newspaper thing here. I just had a newspaper article. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I just had a copy of a newspaper. You can make newspapers? I say newspapers. I don't have newspapers. Come on, y'all writing this down. Thumbs up when you got this one done so I can keep going. The next one. I think you got one in your book. I can't believe they didn't put that story in there again. So real information and facts. So our story this week is information on it's true. Got facts about certain animals. Go over the next bullet points. Oh, it's probably got pictures, and pictures are actual photographs, not illustrations. Can contain pictures, charts, graphs, and diagrams to help explain. As we saw already, as y'all kind of saw already, it has pictures of an echidna. Ugh. Why do you think the story this week specifically has a lot of pictures of an echidna? Why do you think they put them in there? There's a lot of pictures of an echidna in here. And those are text features. What's the difference between a picture and an illustration? Ooh. What's the difference?
An illustration is a picture or is it a drawing?
An illustration is a drawing and a picture is an actual photograph, right?
Yeah.
So you take with a camera. And
So that's how they're different.
Yeah. So an illustration is like a drawing. I told my other classes, like an illustration is like when you go to the carnival or you go to Six Flags and they draw those caricature things of you with like your long face. You know how they make you look funny? You sit down, they draw your face or whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Those little character things they draw of you and they make you with like a long funny face or something. They make you look funny that they draw. That would be an illustration. And then a picture is an actual picture of like you or your mom or your dad or you take with your phone. It's like pinching me. Let's see what else there is. Ooh, types of print. Ooh, so that's the way things are written. Something may be underlined, something may be in bold. There's highlighting, italics. So there's like fancy looking cursive letters. There's capitals and they're colored. I was looking for Science here. Is that this week's one? Echidnas. This week's story should be pretty interesting with this echidna and platypus. They're not too They're not animals that we discuss every day or we see every day. That's for sure. Let me see if I can find vocabulary. Cool. The morning's going by kind of fast. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. It's going by kind of fast. Thumbs up when you got this down. We are gonna have to write. Five. Week 5.
Miss, after we write this, do we put our journals up?
No, because we are gonna eventually get to vocabulary. You can put it to the side, but we need to write our vocabulary down today, which we will eventually get to. I'm looking to see where the vocabulary words are. Because we still need it for our vocabulary. Oops, sorry, I'm not even paying attention to the chat. I'm looking for vocabulary. Looking for the vocabulary. You might just write down the vocabulary right now since you already have your journal out, but let me looking for one. Vocabulary 2.3. No, that's the date. Butterfly eyes, vocabulary. Ooh, maybe this is it. Oh, here it is. I thought I printed this out. I could have sworn I printed this out. I did because I wrote it down. I guess we can write vocabulary down when we get done, so we can just knock that out. Thumbs up, everybody's got this down or not yet? Daniel, you're still writing, I see, right? Give you a couple minutes.
I already screenshotted. You can go onto vocabulary.
Too far. Which word are you on? Because we're gonna write our vocabulary down. You will just get behind. I'll give you a couple minutes.
Okay.
So you don't get super far behind. I'm looking for vocabulary. Lesson plans probably are due. Would not surprise me. Or the way a letter, word, or letter looks. So you are talking about Manello, you're talking about the fonts, like how being able to change the font, and I think Emma's saying the same thing, like italics, the way it looks like fancy. I try to make mine look fancy, but it doesn't look very fancy.
Oh, I just wrote it normal. I didn't even put italics fancy or anything.
Yeah, but you said that you're able to change the writing or the letters, right? And if they probably bold or underline something in the story, it's probably going to be very important that you pay attention to what it's saying or what it's asking, because it may come back and be part of a question or something else. It's really important you pay attention.
I know, but it was just because, like, a few, maybe 30 or something minutes ago, I said that my shirt looked a little bit kind of like that, and it was just the font of it.
Oh, okay. Sense. See, that doesn't say. Sense. Related to sight, sound, touch, taste. All right, let's go on to our vocabulary. What about unique? Does anybody know what unique means? If I say an echidna is a unique animal, what do you think about unique? What do you think it means?
It means that they're different.
They're different?
They're just like, you know.
They're different? Yeah, they're unusual or unlike anything else. Oh, let me focus it. Yeah, we're writing these in our reading journal, so behind the anchor chart we just wrote. And make sure you highlight that keyword, because it is the key to answering.
How about special?
Yes. I know I printed these the other last week. I know I printed these. Where did I put them?
How about special?
Special? Yep. That would be like a synonym. Special. They're special, they're unique. I know I printed these vocabulary. Oh yeah, here they are. Oh, and here's how it is used in a sentence like this. So we live in an unusual house. That house is not like the house I live in, and I guarantee it's probably not what you live in either, if I had to take a guess. It looks like a shoe. It's unusual.
Do we have to write synonyms?
You can just write what I have here. So unique, and then it's unusual or like anything else. And I would highlight that keyword because that's probably the answer to your question on your test.
I know, but like unique doesn't just mean unusual.
It doesn't.
It actually kind of it can be like in a nice way or in a weird way. It's which is unusual.
Dominic, you can go to the restroom. Yeah, unusual, unlike anything else. What did you say? What else did you say, Anella?
I said unique is not just a bad thing. It can be a good thing.
How about like special?
Like special, yeah. But I would make sure you write down this definition because it's the way it's going to be asked on your test. But it could mean special, yes.
Yeah, because who has a tongue that long other than an anteater?
I don't know. Let's see. We got monotremes. Animals that are mammals that lay eggs. So like a platypus and an echidna. So monotremes are strange animals, or I would say unique animals. They're unique in that they lay eggs and they're mammals. Most mammals don't lay eggs. They have actual live breathing animals.
Yeah, and that's unusual and special.
That's unique. Dominic, you can go to the restroom. So monotremes, mammals that lay eggs. They're unique animals.
If you look at that mammal's like nose, it kind of looks like some kind of like face.
It's interesting, that animal.
I feel like Pokemon should make something out of this. It looks like it would be some kind of Pokemon. I don't know why though. Just look a little bit.
Could be.
Yeah, like video games are for after school.
I know, it's just a concept.
Let's see. I think our next one is it. It's not burrow, is it? Let's see. Ooh, adaptations. So changes that make a plant or animal better suited to an environment. So like a polar bear, here's an example. A polar bear. Move this up. The polar bear has small ears and tails. This adaptation minimizes heat loss. Well, that's interesting. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that about a polar bear. Huh. What's another adaptation the polar bear has, probably? Polar bear is easy to discuss. What is something that helps it better suited for its environment?
Maybe it's feet, because it needs like big feet to walk on snow.
The feet. What else? So your feet, yeah.
But it is a bear, so it's not really an adaptation.
True. What about with I'm trying to think of an animal that has like adaptations. We've talked about them. I can't think of anything. I've got a bad case of the Mondays. Oh, I think our next one's burrow. Burrow. What does burrow mean? The echidna uses its long snout to burrow in the ground. You already know this one, that's for sure. Burrow. Dig a hole. Burrow. Burrow. To dig a hole. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. I'm a bit tired this morning. Are y'all tired this morning? I seem a little bit still tired.
I stayed up last night with my tia.
Ooh, that's not smart.
Yesterday we brought her to Corpus, but she wants to switch schools because up here it's better than down there.
You better go to bed early tonight.
Okay.
We have those tests tomorrow.
And at night I had lost my tooth and it finally came out.
Ooh, did you put it under your pillow so you can get money from the tooth fairy?
Yeah, but I didn't get any money.
Maybe the tooth fairy is busy right now. Maybe they'll come tonight.
I bet what the tooth fairy would probably do was just probably. I haven't had a tooth loss. I've had tooth loss during COVID, but my teeth haven't grown back up. I did get the money, but what should probably happen is that she would put a little mask on the tooth.
Yeah, or maybe the tooth fairy is scared of COVID.
To me,
One at a time. Hold on. Go ahead. Who is that?
I was gonna say that I don't believe in the tooth fairy, Santa.
If anybody's gonna bring me money, I believe in the tooth fairy. There's a chance.
Oh, really? I have proof.
My mom and dad keep saying that the tooth fairy only comes on Friday.
Yeah. Tooth fairy only comes on Fridays. That may be.
What? Well, that's my Chick-fil-A day.
May be because it's like payday for a lot of people, and maybe that's the day the tooth fairy happens to get paid is on Fridays.
Well, that's what just makes it sound more fake.
Well, the tooth fairy doesn't just like Tooth fairy.
I know because.
Well, where does she work? Where does she work? Where does she work for Santa Claus?
I mean, the tooth fairy has to fly all the way over here.
Wait.
Yeah, it takes a while, and her job is collecting teeth, so they only get paid a certain amount of times, maybe, or a certain day of the week.
And then she also has to travel to each house.
Yeah, each house. So yeah.
Doesn't make any sense because I lost my tooth and I put it under my pillow, I think on Wednesday. So, and it's not even Friday, and it still worked. So I still got my money.
Maybe the tooth fairy got paid early that week. I don't know.
For me, it makes sense. It's like she gets all the teeth, she gets money, and then she has enough money to give to us when we lose our teeth.
Exactly. See how you look at it. The perspective. We got sense is our last one. Related to sight, sound, taste, touch, taste, or smell. Those 5 senses y'all have. Anello may have lost one of these senses if he had COVID over the break, or if you get COVID, you lose a sense. Like
No, that was my mom. She lost 2.
You lose
My mom
taste
lost
and
2.
smell.
you lose for sure your taste. They said, I'm not sure about smell. I know
Yeah,
you.
I didn't lose any of them.
You lose your taste and smell.
Yeah, no, you don't always. I didn't lose any of them. My mom, my dad didn't, but my mom got both.
It just depends on your body.
It depends how healthy you are.
It depends. Because sometimes even when you just have like the regular flu, I know you lose, maybe not so much.
Miss Hernandez.
What? You gotta leave?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Sense related to sight, sound, taste, or touch or smell. Maybe I wish I could.
I wish my mom did have my smell because this morning I had to eat burnt bacon just because she can't smell.
Oh, that will do it to you. Have y'all tried have they tried eating like onions or something? You know how they like I've seen on the news or everywhere where people would try like onions or something and they can't taste like the onion taste or anything.
Well, she could taste like the burnt flavor, but that's it.
Maybe she's getting her taste back. Could be. Interesting. To draw an animal that has adapted to its environment on a separate piece of Thumbs up when you've got these written down. I'm gonna move on to working out of our book.
I'm done. I wrote them all down.
Got RJ done. I think Natalie's still right.
I'm done.
Daniel's still right.
I'm done too.
Okay, Charlie's done. Oops.
Isn't there art today? For like,
yes.
Is it at 10 or 10:50?
10:50 today.
At 10:50?
10:50. Like we normally have art.
So it takes away our PE?
Nope. It takes it takes away our PE. Let me see. Ozzy, are you done or you're still working? Azu, are you done or you're still working? Because I don't want to move it.
I'm still working. Isn't our break at 9:40?
No, we don't have a break anymore. We lost our break. But if you need to go to the restroom, I can give you 5 minutes. Who's writing?
Don't we have to go to like PE?
No, we go to PE at 10:50. Or we have art today. It's Monday.
It swaps.
Yeah, they swap. Are we done? I'm moving on. Moving on. Page for y'all in your books. Your My View book, page 371. Let me pull it up on my screen. 371. Adaptations of animals. What are we talking about? 371. If you need to use the restroom, you've got 4 minutes while I find this to go right now to go to the restroom and get back. I'll set a timer. You need to go to the restroom, go right now. You got 4 minutes.
You have a 4-minute break?
Yes, that's it. While I find the story. While I'm finding it, you can use the restroom real fast. You need to go. Got 3 minutes on my story. 3 minutes. Oh, Chuck. In a minute, we're going to start reading about these animal adaptations and how they benefit the animal. Is in my refrigerator. Make your way back and turn on your cameras. We can discuss this. Adaptations. Less scrumptious. Let's see. I thought we had
What page do we go on to?
371.
Okay.
371. Ooh. Bingo. Alrighty. Let me find it. 371. Let me see. I just had it open. It looks like this. Many ways to be one of a kind. Is everybody there? 371. Many ways to be one of a kind. Let's see. Let's see. We're thinking of animals that have adaptations.
Many ways to be one of a kind. Animals use their adaptations to get food and stay safe. These adaptations show how each animal is different in its own special way. These finches are a famous example of the way animal bodies change
You're all in 371, right? Yes, hopefully.
in response to the environment. The birds are closely related to each other, but have very different beak shapes. Each beak shape is suited to finding a particular kind of food. The hummingbird's unusual beak has been compared to a straw, a sponge, and even a pump. Recent scientific studies revealed that the thin, forked hummingbird's tongue changes shape as it brings nectar into the bird's mouth. Rattlesnakes.
So why does the hummingbird have that unique beak? Why does it have that beak the way it is? What does it do?
To get pollen from flowers.
To get the nectar from the flowers is what it gets. So it needs that long beak. It's like a straw, so it can get nectar, like suck the nectar out of those flowers. Because if it had a normal beak, like a normal bird, would it be able to get nectar or nutrients from those flowers? Probably not. Oh, another bird I just thought of that has a unique adaptation would probably be a woodpecker. Think of a woodpecker and the type of beak or snout or nose that a woodpecker has. It has to be able to woodpeck or peck at trees or hard objects. So its beak is probably...
It probably has a really sharp nose.
I would say really sharp, pointy nose. It's probably really tough and it's able to really poke at things or...
Didn't it have like some kind of brain or like a tough head or like a more protection head? I think that's what
I would think something. Yeah, it's got something that's tougher than it should maybe a normal bird. Maybe the head could be tougher because it's always pounding on trees. Let's see what else we got. Rattlesnakes
grow specially shaped scales at the end of their tails. A section of the rattle is added every time the snake sheds its skin. To scare off predators, rattlesnakes shake their tails rapidly, causing the special scales to clatter against each other. A spider's web is strong, lightweight, and flexible. The material of the web, sometimes called silk, starts as a liquid inside special parts of the spider's body, called spinnerets. As it moves through the spinnerets, the liquid becomes a solid thread.
Ooh. So on the side it says, let me move this. You probably can see.
How do adaptations make animals unique? Illustrate. Draw an animal that has adapted to its environment. On a separate sheet of paper, write a paragraph to explain how the adaptation makes the animal unique. Weekly interactive. Click on Open Activity to further explore the weekly opener.
So what is an animal that has adaptations or that has to adapt to its environment? What is one? We just discussed a couple of them. What is another one that has an adaptation?
Well, there's never really adaptations in that way, but there's always adaptations that
like what?
That they were born with, but there's never ones that they had to move and then with
Okay,
animals.
what are they born with? That's what we're talking about right now. What is an animal that's born with something a different way, or it helps it for the environment that it's in, I guess? What's an animal? Mariah, I think it was you that said something. Or was
A
it
polar bear?
the polar bear? What is with the polar bear? What does it have? Somebody said the polar bear. What is
It has a fur coat.
So we could put, you could draw a
and it
polar
has,
bear, right? The polar. What Mariah has a thick fur coat. What else is unique, or what else is special about that fur coat? What color is it?
It's white.
It's white. Why do you think that would be helpful to a polar bear?
To blend in, like when it's getting food.
No,
to
because
blend in with the
it's because black absorbs more light than white.
So that
The
could
color
be,
white.
I've never really thought of that. Yeah, black supposedly attracts more sunlight, which polar bears need colder weather, right? But it also could be, Mariah said, protect it from predators because it can blend in with the what's? What does it blend in with? Somebody.
The snow.
The snow, yeah, it blends in with the snow. Has a thick fur coat. I should have put thick white fur coat. I guess the fur coat helps.
Listen on this.
Yes, it.
Is break gonna be first or art or PE?
We have art today instead of PE.
So art is gonna be first, right?
No, we have art. We don't have PE today. We have art. We don't. It's Monday.
Okay.
It helps the polar bear. The polar bear stay warm. You are writing this on the side of your book. I think it has where it says there. It helps it stay warm. If you want to draw the polar bear, you can draw the polar bear, but you don't have to draw the polar bear. Let me know when you have it written down so we can move on. Tiny homes with authority. Oh, Ray Lynn's not here today. Do we have it written down? I think that's probably all we're gonna get out of our book. I don't know. We all have it down? When you're done, flip to page 373. Where's my book at? Before we move on, and I read this one short passage. 373. Let me show it on the screen because I think it's. Oh, did it tear it out? I tore it out. Yeah, put it in here. 373. All right, move this 373. Let me go back. Let me go back. Week 5. 373. Our genre, as we've already discussed, is informational text. And I think y'all have this anchor chart, right? Let's see.
Informational text. Informational texts come in many forms. You know about autobiography, biography, and magazine articles. Other forms include newspapers.
Newspapers you probably don't see a lot of. This is page 373 in your book, or 372, 373. Newspapers, I probably don't see a lot of newspapers anymore because they're not a big form of publication that's around anymore, but they're still out there, believe it or not.
Newspapers are published more frequently than magazines. Newspaper articles report facts in a timely fashion. They focus on keeping people informed about recent events. Reference books. Reference books are not updated frequently and contain information that does not change quickly. You can learn word meanings, pronunciations, and different forms of a word from.
So like a dictionary is an example of a reference book, which y'all probably don't, definitely at home, y'all definitely don't, I don't think a lot of y'all have one at home. I know here we have them at school. Y'all are more likely to use like Google or something, but we do have dictionaries in class.
Some dictionaries also tell you about a word's roots and history. An encyclopedia contains a collection of short, factual entries. Each entry is about a single topic. Turn and talk. Ask a partner to describe a time when he or she learned about a topic by reading multiple texts.
So that's what we're going to be doing this week with the Wonderful World of an Echidna, right? And then the, what is the other one? The platypus story. We're reading 2 stories and seeing how these animals are related, and maybe how they're different. Let's see.
Take notes on your discussion. Informational text anchor chart. Purpose, inform or explain.
So like we discussed earlier, and Natalie V said the purpose is to inform us or give us information. So like this week with the echidna, we're going to be learning about that echidna. It's not a animal we know a lot about. At least I don't know a lot about. Some of y'all may know a lot about. Or Azu last week knew a lot, or the week before knew a lot about the, what animal was that, Azu? I forgot what animal that was. He knew about, but we didn't know about. He had knowledge of it.
Features, real world, one main idea, factual key details, possible text features.
So those possible text features, they're gonna have subheadings, they're gonna have pictures, they may have bolded words, they may have charts and graphs. Y'all leave the chat alone.
Features of texts, current events, historical newspapers for historical events, brief, compact, factual information, current, in-depth, reporting on issues, definitions, pronunciations, parts of speech.
Ooh, that's part of what we're going over this week too. Parts of speech. Okay. Let me stop sharing this one and share the screen with y'all. We're gonna read a quick story about primates, and we're gonna discuss how we may know it's an informational text. Let me say, y'all don't have this story, so I'm gonna have to read it to y'all. Pay attention. If you would like, you can close your My V book. Try to make this as big as possible. Where's that? Right here. Right here. I don't have this story, so don't be looking for it. Y'all don't have it. Got it? I have the story. I'm going to try to zoom in. So primates of Madagascar. Does anybody know what primates are? Anybody know what primates are?
Primates?
Yeah. Y'all know what primates are?
No.
Ooh,
I'm not sure.
no. Let's see if it will tell us what primates are, or give us examples maybe of primates. So Madagascar is the 4th largest island in the world. It lies about 400 kilometers off the southeast coast of Africa. Madagascar is separated from the mainland more than 100 million years ago, taking along whatever animals were living there at the time. Other animals may have floated to the island on logs. Some of these early animals were primates. Adaptations have resulted in these unusual primates of Madagascar. So we're talking about what so far? What are we going to be talking about here? What are we talking about here? Nello, you're muted if you're trying to answer.
Madagascar?
Madagascar. What specifically about Madagascar? What are we talking about that lives in Madagascar?
Over there.
So the animals that live there, right? So we know this is an informational text because it's telling us what, or it's going to tell us about what. Primates that live in Madagascar. What, Mariah? You glitched.
I said it was like what you said.
Yeah.
I just said stuff.
So notice how it has right here. Oh, why is it moving? Whoa, that's cool. Notice how it has a subheading here. Ringed-tailed lemurs. So if a story has a subheading, it's probably going to tell us maybe what that paragraph is about, right? If the heading, the subheading right here, ring-tailed lemurs, what do you think this paragraph may be about? What can you infer this paragraph may be about by reading that subheading? What do you think it's going to be about?
About ring-tailed.
Yeah, it's probably going to be about ring-tailed lemurs. Let's see. Ring-tailed lemurs have long striped tails that they use in a unique way. Oh, unique. Lemurs have special glands that produce a very smelly liquid. When two male lemurs want to fight, instead of hurting each other, they smear this sticky, smelly stuff all over their long tails. When one lemur's tail is just as smelly as he can make it, it flicks it towards another male that is also waving his smelly tail back and forth. The male with the stinkier tail wins the fight, and the defeated male slinks away. That's interesting. So what is the adaptations that these animals, the ring-tailed lemurs, have? That's it for that one. Yeah. Instead of fighting, they do what? What do the ring-tailed lemurs do? It's kind of blurry. What do the ring-tailed lemurs do during a battle?
With that smelly, sticky stuff.
They fight using smelly, sticky stuff. I'm interested to see how they know, or to see a battle between ring-tailed lemurs to see who gets defeated. I know you can only take so much smelliness, but I wonder how smelly it is. Does that make you wonder how smelly maybe the smell is? Like, I would be curious as to how smelly it is to make another male walk away and not want to be there anymore. Interesting.
Maybe like a dump field.
Yeah, you know, there's certain smells, and some people can take certain smells and some people can't. So that's interesting. I guess a way to say what may be smelly to me may not be super smelly to you. You get what I mean? Like, you may think your smelly socks don't smell that bad, but I may think they're the grossest thing in the world. So I'm curious to see how being smelly would help win a battle. Ooh. Crowned lemurs. Ooh, so we're talking about what animal? What animal are we talking about here?
Crowned lemurs?
Crowned lemurs, or specifically, we're talking about lemurs, the different types of lemurs, aren't we? Because we see crowned lemurs, we see bamboo lemurs, we just talked about the ring-tailed lemurs, and that's a unique one. Crowned lemurs. Do you think they wear crowns?
No.
I don't know. Another kind of lemur has a distinctive mark on the forehead that looks like a crown. So it doesn't wear a crown, but it has a distinct mark. Known as crowned lemurs, they live in Madagascar's stone forest. This unique geological feature was once underwater sedimentary rock. Now it is an expanse of razor-sharp limestone pinnacles. Crowned lemurs have thick padding on their hands and feet, so they hop from place to place without cutting themselves. Ooh, so what is an adaptation that these lemurs have, specifically that helps them in their environment? What do they have? It said in the last sentence. What does it specifically have, this lemur, to help it in its environment?
crown lemurs have very thick padding on their hands and feet so they can hop from place to place without cutting themselves.
So why do they need that? Because their environment has what? This it says was once underwater sedimentary rock. Now it's an expansive razor sharp limestone pinnacle. So it's probably a bunch of pointy rocks. And they need thick padding to not cut themselves. Do you think the ring-tailed lemur would probably survive in that environment if it doesn't have padded feet? Do you think it would survive?
It definitely wouldn't, but the crown lemur kind of sounds like some kind of underwater lemur. Like, it kind of sounds like it, but it's not really.
Maybe we'll look these up in a second and see what they look like. Bamboo lemurs. Ooh. These lemurs eat almost nothing other than bamboo, which has high levels of cyanide, a poison that would kill most animals. I did not know that. By selecting a food other animals avoid, bamboo lemurs end up with plenty to eat. Oh, so what's their adaptation? They're what? Their adaptation is what? This one's a unique one.
They can eat poison.
They can eat poison if we try to. Yeah.
I thought those things were just bamboo lemurs were just pandas. I know pandas could eat poison, but I didn't know lemurs could.
Well, they eat bamboo too. I didn't know bamboo had cyanide in it. Unless it's like a different kind of bamboo, but I don't think so. That's interesting. So how does it benefit the bamboo lemurs that they're able to eat bamboo, or they eat almost nothing in bamboo? What's the benefit of that?
I think the benefit of it is to eat more, even though they're not supposed to eat more.
So they eat more.
No, like they eat more because the bamboo is made to kill animals a little bit with the poison.
So there's plenty of bamboo.
They can eat it.
Yeah,
they're immune to it,
more
so they can just eat it.
That means more food for the bamboo lemurs because they have that tough stomach, I guess, and it doesn't hurt them like it hurts other animals. The AA, I don't even know what this is. The AA is perhaps the strangest of these primates. It is the largest nocturnal primate with bat-like ears that tune into the slightest sounds. Its most distinctive feature is its extra long, bony middle finger, which it uses to tap on tree branches looking for hollow places. So its middle finger is super long and bony. When it hears the branches hollow, it tears away the outer bark with sharp teeth and uses the same long finger to scoop out insect larvae to eat.
So it sounds a lot like a vampire. It's like some kind of nightmare.
It does have bat-like ears. So I'm thinking of how would the finger of the AA, the long finger, and the beak or the snout of the echidna, how are they kind of similar? What are they both used for? How are they beneficial to each animal? To have a long finger and then to have that long snout. How are they beneficial to each animal? What do they use? What is the AA use the long bony finger for? And then what is the
uses the AA? It uses the finger because if something is hollow, it means something took, like, owns it or like it's its home, which means it's probably bugs.
And what about the echidna? It uses its snout to what? To like burrow to find food. So they both have that adaptation to help them find food, except they're on different parts of the body, right? Because they're not on the same part of the body. That's interesting. I'm curious. Hold on. Let me look up.
The crown one. I think the crown one sounds weird.
Let me see. Crowned lemur. I don't understand how this has a crown looking thing on it. I don't see the crown.
It doesn't look like a crown.
It doesn't look like it.
There's my cousin's dog. It has a little birthmark when it was a kid. It didn't have it anymore, but a birthmark that was like a circle and some like Ash Friday. It looked like that's what he
I'm
went.
guessing it's just saying like the color right there, it looks like a crown. I mean, I don't understand how that looks like a crown, but let's look at the bamboo.
Yeah, look at the paws. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Let's look at the bamboo lemur. How does it look different? Oh,
Wait, how about the AA?
I guess that
It looks more furry.
the
I
other
don't know why.
lemur has a very distinct face, so that's the difference. This one, it's the
It looks a lot.
looks like a monkey.
Yeah, it looks like a monkey and a cat. This one, the one that says, go to the second row in the last right one, the end right one.
Over here?
Yeah. Not that one, but the end right one looks a lot like a bat with a cat.
Yeah. And also primates, they're a type of monkeys or apes. Do these look like monkeys or apes? They kind of look our chimps or something. They kind, I guess,
Like
a little bit. I mean, this is probably a good example.
this picture kind of looks like a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Wow, one of them's kind of a little bit chubby because it makes sense because
These are scary looking.
whoa, that is my worst nightmare. Look at that orange one.
Look at these fingers on this thing. Oh my god, they kind of look like a raccoon and a possum. Whoa, look at the fingers.
That doesn't look like a lemur. That's not a lemur.
Whoa, these things are crazy. And it looks like. Look at those fingers. Ew, I would be scared of that thing. It didn't say anything about the paws, but
It looks like it's holding the camera with its extra long fingers. When it looks like its arms extending out like this.
Kind of different one. These are. This one's crazy. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. These
It's
are
endangered. Oh, good. Those things are so creepy. I want them to be endangered.
These things are ugly. I would never touch one of these. This one's very different than the other lemurs because the other one's kind of, they look very similar in a sense. This one's like skinny and like the ugly.
The only thing I think it's ugly is when it's at night. When it's at night, it looks like it just comes out of the corner and just goes like,
out of a
I'm haunting you.
See, this one right here looks normal and it looks like a normal lemur, but these look creepy. This one looks like okay, like normal. These look creepy. Maybe
That one looks like it just got its popcorn stolen. It looks so freaked out.
There's the ring-tailed lemur. Let's see if the ring-tailed. Oh, okay. This is familiar. I remember seeing these lemurs.
The first row and the last one looks like it looks like he drank too much coffee, and then these just look like normal. I don't know. I was gonna say they probably look like skunks, but
yeah,
no.
These are probably like what you see in the zoo, isn't it? These lemurs.
The third picture looks like if a cat had like raccoon fur colors.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're like a cat mixed up with a raccoon. The colors are raccoon, but the shape is a cat.
Interesting. Okay, that's done with the lemurs. That is interesting. So
The AA looks like if a rat and a demon had a kid or something.
interesting. So let's see. In your I think it's your orange folder. Remember we were working on these stories last week, editing and revising. I keep saying last week. You can close your MyView book. If you would like, close your MyView book and find this story in your orange binder. We're not going to do this one first, I don't think. We may do a different one. Yeah. Find this one. It's going to say the Biblio Burrow. It's going to say 2013 star writing in your orange folder that has all of that stuff in it. I'm trying to find this. It's going to be the Biblio Burrow. It's the orange one. Thumbs up when you found it. It's going to be in that orange folder. It looks like what we were doing a couple of weeks ago. Keep saying last week. gonna be editing. Remember, editing's the easier of the two. That's the cups, capitalization, the usage, the punctuation, and the, what does that mean? I forgot what that means. Subway cat. Oh, did we already do this one? No, we didn't do this one. On the other hand, we didn't do this one. Ew, okay. Thumbs up when you found it. I know some of y'all are probably gonna start already. 19, 20. Don't start on that story yet because y'all don't know what we're gonna do. 20, 21. Thumbs up, y'all found it. Everybody else, y'all found it? Because I'm gonna start.
Hernandez?
Yes.
No.
It's in the orange folder that has all of your
ones.
Huh?
Wait, the new ones?
Yes, your new stuff. Your new stuff.
Oh.
It's in that orange folder. Everybody should have had an orange folder, and they're in there, and it says like revising and editing. I think, right? Yeah. Right? Y'all have these? Oh, I hope y'all have these. Yeah, these are all in there.
I have an orange.
I know we were working on the one that said revising and editing.
I have the orange folder, but it doesn't have nothing in it.
Do I not have these? Maybe I don't have these. These and cheese. Hold on. Cause y'all had, which one did y'all have? Y'all had revising. Y'all had the revising and editing thing, right? That y'all have. I know y'all have that. Where did it go?
Wait, which one's this one? Because I got kicked out, so because the internet went out. So I got
Natalie B, did you find this? I know y'all have. Oh wait, maybe y'all don't have those. Hold on, maybe y'all don't have those. Hold on. I thought it was in my folder here.
Wait, Miss Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, so, where do I go and find this if I have it? Because I got kicked out because my internet.
In the orange thing. Natalie, it's not going to be in that one. Look to see if you have separate stories. Like separate little stories. Like, I'm not sure if y'all have it or if that I accidentally put that in there. If not, we'll switch gears and we can do one of these.
I have it. It's right in front on my camera.
Let me see. So then there it is in there. You have the orange one, but do you have this story in there specifically or you don't? Oh, bingo. So you do have them. Okay, perfect. I should have done home instead. Oh, well. I don't like that one.
Just that everything's just like, it's better just to leave it out the folder because it just makes it more slippery.
Yeah.
I wish it was all stapled in one, but it's just a bunch.
We had that one that was like this. It's not in this one we were doing last week. This one's gonna be by itself. A thumbs up. Daniel, you found it?
I found it.
Okay, you found it. I got two that found it. The rest of you.
I found something like it.
Okay, yeah. Vida, did you find it? Who said? Somebody said they found it. Mariah, you found it?
No, I'm looking through them because there's like 2014 and stuff.
Look for 2013.
I found it.
Look where your reference sheet is. That's where I found it.
There's somewhere in there. There's a lot of them. That's why I wasn't sure if I accidentally put them in there or if y'all
found mine.
Okay. We're not going to be doing this story specifically. We're going to flip to the editing story. We got Elizabeth F has it. The rest of y'all, Randy, did you find it? Natalie V. Daniel, you found it? Okay. We're not going to be doing this one though. We're skipping. I don't want to do this story. Go to the other hand. It's the second story. The baseball player. I thought we had, did we? No, we didn't do this one. No, we did Lauren's new game. Or did we do it? No? We did do this one. Beans and cheese. I know it looks.
Yeah, we already did this one. It was in the. It's not even in 2013 one. It's in the. I don't know. It's in this.
Yeah, it's in the other one. I was like,
It's in the 2020 one.
Tiny house. Oh, we can do the next story. Tiny houses. Look for this one. Ooh. Ooh. I was gonna say, I know that looked familiar. I don't know why they did all these separate stories for y'all like that. Anyways, look for tiny houses. It's the last story in that packet. Thumbs up when you found it, because I don't want to start reading or having y'all read it if y'all don't.
Wait, so we're doing tiny houses now because I thought we were going to do the baseball one.
No, we already did that one last week. So.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it looked familiar and I was looking at it, but I was like, no, it's not the right one, but apparently we did do it.
Oh, well, is it a different test? Because
no, it's the same one. Just flip to the very back. After the baseball one, it's the next story. Okay, I thought we had done that one. That's 23.
I found it.
Back. Hey, it will say page 37 at the bottom. Who wants to read the first paragraph? You found it? Good job, Daniel. Yeah, that one's it. Emma can't read today because she's on, her thing's not working. Natalie B, do you want to start us off reading this first paragraph? Tiny houses. Jay Schaefer.
Tiny houses.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Is this is the story you found, right?
Yeah, go to the very back, page 37. Page 37. Okay. Yeah, that's the right one. It's just like in the very back.
Hold on.
I'm skipping to the further part. Yeah, that's the right one. It's just in the very back. Don't ask me why they do that.
Jay Schaefer lives in a house that is smaller than some people's closets, but Schaefer says his little house is all he wants. It has no wasted space and no room for items he doesn't need. Schaefer also points out that tiny house has less impact on the environment.
Keep going. Read another one. No, I'll pick up after that. Sorry.
Schaefer's house is only 89 square feet. That's about 9 feet by 10 feet. It doesn't seem like a house that small would have room for anything except a bed. But Schaefer is very creative. In his tiny house, he has a desk, a very small fireplace, and a living room that comfortably seats 4 people. In the kitchen, there's a single sink, a small refrigerator, and a stovetop with 2 burners.
So if he, I know it's kind of hard to tell from that picture, but look how tiny his house is. That's his house where he's sitting. It's got the kitchen in there. It's got a stovetop, which I'm guessing is over here somewhere. There's his living room, maybe his bedroom's back there. It's got a bookshelf. It's a very tiny house. 89 square feet is not very big.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how big a square feet is, but
it's a foot.
That's pretty tiny. It's
So
like it's like the house is the size of my kitchen and this room right
Like,
here.
I would say even
the house is like, the house probably isn't even as big as my kitchen.
You see the classroom? I would say it's smaller than this classroom.
I would say that's smaller than
It's
my
about
kitchen.
It's probably about half the size of the classroom. So like maybe what y'all see is about as big as that thing.
It's pretty small.
Yeah,
My kitchen's pretty small.
his house is way smaller than my room.
Yeah, it's probably maybe the size of some of y'all's room. Yeah. So Schaefer's bedroom is,
His house is smaller than my kitchen.
yes, it's very small. Let's keep
Oh,
going.
it's even smaller than your classroom.
What, Mariah?
Wait, is that like his home where he like lives and stuff?
Yes. Tiny houses.
Oh.
That's like a thing. So Schaefer's bedroom is in a loft above the kitchen. So his bedroom's not right here. He's got it like lofted up. It's like kind of like a 2-story little house and it's above the kitchen. The
sounds pretty hard to explain, but yeah.
it's like an attic. It's attic.
That house is probably like just bigger than my brother's room, like as big as my brother's room.
Let me read this. The ceiling is angled and the bedroom fills the room. Shelves cover the triangular wall and the other wall has a window. It all looks very cozy. Jay Schaefer isn't the only person who lives in a tiny house. Some people even build little tree houses to live in. One sphere-shaped house in Canada hangs in the trees, and the only way its owner can get to it is by climbing a long set of winding stairs. The world's narrowest house is in Brazil. Oh, look at Brazil. What do y'all know about Brazil?
I honestly don't know nothing about Brazil.
But okay, not specifically about Brazil, but think about what you know about common and proper nouns. Is Brazil a place?
Yeah, it's definitely a place.
So look at Brazil in that sentence. Like I'm already thinking ahead of the question.
It's a proper noun.
It's a proper noun. So Brazil should be what? It should have a what?
Brazil?
It should be uppercase, but that's weird.
If I were y'all, I would underline that one or underline that number right there, maybe in Brazil, because you're like,
it's a question. It already shows it's for a question.
It could be, right?
That house is probably even smaller than my brother's room.
Although this house is 3 stories tall, it measures only 1 meter across, so it's only 3 feet across, which is not very long. It measures only 3 feet across. The city of Amsterdam in the Netherlands is famous for some skinny houses too. At one time, taxes were based on how wide the front of the house was. As a result, some people builded houses that were only as wide as a typical front door. Let me read that again. Y'all pay attention to me reading this. So as a result, some people builded houses that were only as wide as a typical front door.
No, typical is like a proper.
Probably doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't make sense to you, Daniel? What do you think doesn't make sense to you in that sentence?
Builded.
Builded.
He thinks builded. I don't know. It could be. So I'm going to underline 21 in the word.
Taxes works, but every 8 cents. You have to pay. You have to pay every 8 cents for, I think, an amount of money.
Yeah, taxes are different on property, though. They're not like the sales tax you get on.
Yeah, I don't think build is right because it doesn't look like.
See. So we've already found 2 that maybe we need to fix. Oh, wait, there's no more. Oops.
Yeah.
More.
But like a 1-0.
Many people say that a big house is better, but there are other people all over the world who disagree. They believe that small houses make much more sense. According to Schaefer, who now runs a company that designs and builds small houses, the simple, slower lifestyle my homes have afforded is a luxury for which I am continually grateful. The simple, slower lifestyle my homes have afforded is a luxury for which I am continually grateful. That sentence is a handful.
I agree with this person. I feel like a smaller house. I don't have a too big house, but it's like a medium-sized house, and I'm okay with it. And also, it makes you have more fun stuff. If you have a bigger house, it gives more money for more fun stuff.
You can save your money, or if it's just you by yourself, it would make sense to have a small house.
Yeah. Let's say if you were in college and then you had to have like your own house, you could just like have a small house because in college there's a lot of stuff. Like you can have a small house, and let's say if you have a lot of things, it will fit because it's a small house for one person with one full big of things.
Okay, let's look at number 1. What changed? Oh, and remember what I said last week, because I think tomorrow is the reading test that you're going to take something very similar, or the writing test tomorrow, very similar to this, except you'll have revising. That D almost will never be the answer. It's an editing test. They put mistakes in here for a reason because they want you to find them and fix them. So let's see. What change, if any, should be made to sentence 1? Let me see. Y'all cannot do this, but I can. Let me see. I'm going to go back to sentence 1. And remember, you only have to look at sentence 1. You don't need to read the whole story again for revising and editing. You left out for revising and editing. Oops. Oops. Jay Schaefer lives in a house that is smaller than some people's closets. Ooh, I know this one. 23 is not that.
I don't think it's A at first. I don't think it's A because lives to live. It will make no sense.
Jay Schaefer live. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think it's A because it will make no sense. Is it Jay Schaefer lives in a house that's smaller than some people's closets, or Jay Schaefer?
I'd say it's either B or D.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be obvious because D, of course, they're gonna make a mistake in each paragraph.
Okay.
I know, but they can just double cross you 2 times. They can trick you once and then they can trick you twice, just by trying to make you think. Since it's an editing test,
let's look at this. So then it's talking about like a time and place, right? And then is what? Think of math. You're doing what when you think you have then? You're comparing 2 things, aren't we?
You're
like
comparing
greater than or less than, like smaller or bigger.
Yeah, you're comparing.
Yeah,
then is like ordering. Then is ordering.
Yeah, or it's like a time or a place type of thing, right? So what do we compare? Are we comparing something here? I don't know why this one says that is the.
I mean, I think it's B a little because whenever you're saying Dan is comparing 2 things, you're comparing a person and you're comparing a house.
B, just a little. I think it is B.
Yeah, because whenever it says Dan and it means comparing, you're comparing a person in a small house.
So you're comparing, right? So which then? Do you need then or then? You're on the right track.
But, okay, I don't think it's B because I think there is a mistake.
Because why do you think there's a mistake? What did I tell you? We're editing. They're putting mistakes for a reason, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think I'm right, but I feel like I don't know if
Let's look at closets. So when you have an apostrophe at showing like possession that belongs to somebody. So we already
it does belong to him.
It does belong to him, but it's the people's closets. Do you need?
It's saying closet because there's people. There's more than one.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like
his closet.
For some words, there's like people's. There's people's. It's a word a little bit, and then you just have to add an S. People's.
Oh, we're talking. So people. Okay. So here will help us answer this. So people, is that one person or many?
Like many.
Many. It's like many.
So closets needs to be plural. Is closets plural here? Do you need an apostrophe to make a word plural? Anello says no, right? Because that's showing possession. So yeah, good. So that wouldn't be our answer. So what is our answer on that note?
B.
B. Yeah, you are on the right track.
Still B because that means comparing. It's comparing a house to a person.
Exactly. You're comparing the house.
Number 2.
Okay. Today, let me make sure I'm right. Let me make sure I'm right before I send you out to where you're not supposed to be. What is today? Today, art is B. Yes. Art. You have art today, so you need to join your art Zoom from 10:50 to 11:35 is art, and then you have lunch, and you need to be back here at 12. Trying to think of what time you need to be back here. What time were you getting back here? 12:25?
Yeah, it's
12:25. What time are you going to be back here?
12:25.
12:25. I don't hear everybody. What time are you going to be?
12:25.
And what do you have today? You don't have music. You have what?
Art.
Art. You need to go onto your art tile in Canvas and join these link. Got it?
But didn't Charles say that you didn't really know what art is? Do you don't know what the session is, or do you just don't know what art is?
I think he already left. Oh no, he didn't.
I think he already
now.
Anybody else need art link or anything? Art, I have the code here. I can put in the chat. if you
Am
need
I
it.
able to go, Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, you're able to go. I'll keep you, Zentara, I'll keep you after school for a little bit. The rest of you are good to go. All right, I'll see y'all later. Go ahead, Daniel. You have art.